Hi Geo Nerds, it's T-Rox here again, out in the field, T-Rox's natural location. Walking along Wickham Terrace, heading towards St Andrew's Hospital. What we're doing is we're heading towards today the junction of Wickham Terrace and Leichhardt Street. And this is pretty unusual in Brisbane's history and not many people know about it. But around the end of the 1800s, Brisbane had a problem. It was filthy and they needed water to clean it. And fresh water was quite rare. The thing we're going to look at today is a reservoir that was built solely for the storage of salt water. So we'll get into that a little more in a bit. But hey, just before we do, in front of St Andrews, here's some stones. Now come on all you geo nerds, what type of stone is this? It's sandstone. Where's it from? Well, pretty obviously this one's from Helidon. St Andrews must have wanted a wall that people wouldn't drive through, because these things are nearly a metre thick. They're not going anywhere, I'll tell you that. So anyway, what we'll do now is we're going to have a quick prayer to Trevor, the god of traffic lights, and see if we can actually get across this road. But what we're looking at here is the Roma Street Parklands, and we spin around, and everything you see with bitumen on it here is a reservoir underneath that road. So people are walking on this every day. They don't know it's all hollow. They drive on it, they're doing what they do every day, and it's just completely hollow. And it was built for the Spring Hill baths and to supply a saltwater reticulation system that ran down through the city to clean the drains with and to make the place a better place to live. Now if you look on the road in front of St Andrews, there's all these drain covers, access covers. They're not drains anymore. And there's lots of them on this side, and we'll look at a few on the other side as well. And it's just unusual. There's just so many access because the reservoir is no longer used for water storage. It's now used for electrical and data communication. So as you can see, they've got to get the stuff in and out of it. Our prayer's been answered from Trevor, the god of traffic lights. We've got a green man and away we go. So we're just walking across. This is actually right here, Wickham Terrace, Leichhardt Street ends just on the other side of the intersection there. And we're just walking through, and in the garden bed in front of us here is all the paraphernalia for getting in and out of this thing. So there's a vent there, there's a few entrances here, there's a handrail there because there's a set of stairs go down there, and this is a big entrance for machinery, etc., a larger hole. Not really used much anymore. There is some machinery down there, but there's not much of it. And I said when they open these doors up here, these flaps, it's a set of stairs. You just walk down like you're walking down someone's back steps straight into this reservoir. So it runs all around here. Now to put water into this thing, they had a big turbine pump down the bottom of Turbot Street, and underneath those roads, Upper Albert Street, etc., there are 9-inch pipes, and they used to pump the water up from the river, and they'd store it up here, and then when they needed to flush drains and to fill the swimming pools, all the way down to Wickham Street in the valley, the pool down there. Anyway, I'll find you some photos now. Let's see what we can see on that. So here we've got some black and white photos to give it the oldie authenticity look, but I couldn't find any colour ones, of the inside of the reservoir. And you see this thing is really well built, and it's got beautifully vaulted ceilings. They're not stone, I think they're made out of poured concrete, but nevertheless it's nice and strong. And there's a few more shots here you can see over to the back. If you look right over the back there, you can see those stairs I was showing you. That's you walk down from those stairs. So this is right underneath the intersection. And it's a fairly big structure. It's 15, 20 feet high. This was built in 1916, 17. It was in use by 17, and it was out of use by 1960. That was when they electrically converted. Now here you can see they put a false ceiling in it, made out of roofing iron, so that if any water did leak in, it wouldn't get on the electrical gear. Pretty good plan, I reckon. You can see some transformers over in the background there, and the little close-up of the transformers here in a minute. We can actually see these things. These were 11 kV transformers, and they were just down there to get them out of the way. And I think they're still down there. I don't know if they're in use, but certainly what's happened now is there's lots of optic fibre and other telecommunications gear. Anyway, that's an interesting story. Not many people know about it. It was a saltwater reservoir, and that's part of Brisbane's past, and I really enjoy it. And it's carved into what? Of course, it's carved into the Narranlee Fernvale Shale. Keep rocking. T-Rox out.